Hey everyone, what's up? Today I'm going to be showing you what I'm going to be juicing today. Let's check it out. Alright, so here it is. It's super easy. Super healthy for you. I don't know how else a person could get this much green veggies into their diet unless you juice them. I certainly wouldn't want to just sit around and eat this all day. I don't know that you would either. We have a bunch of green Swiss chard, English cucumber, maybe 10 stalks of celery, and some wheatgrass. I just so happen to have some wheatgrass right now, but you could definitely do without it. But it's super good for you. So there it is. Okay, so today I'm using my Omega NC800. Love this juicer. One thing I want to add with this juice recipe, if you're not a big green juice fan, you might want to sweeten it up with a little bit of Granny Smith apple. I'm going to make it a little bit easier for it to go down if you're not really feeling that strong green juice taste. But this juice with these ingredients is actually, all the ingredients are quite mild, so you should probably be alright. But you can definitely throw in some apples, and I recommend the Granny Smith variety. And actually, I'm going to show you how dry this stuff is. Check it out. Isn't that amazing? It, like, you literally, you can't squeeze a single ounce of juice. My fingers are only slightly damp, but it's amazing. This is why I love this juicer. I'm really getting my money's worth when I'm paying for organic produce, so it's a big thumbs up for this juicer. And it's surprisingly quick too. I was afraid that getting this juicer, it was gonna take me a lot longer to juice, but it really doesn't. It's a minimal amount of extra time spent. As you can see, I'm not even chopping the celery, I'm just sticking in the whole stalk, and it's basically pulling it in itself. Some of the items you do have to use the plunger, I guess, to feed the produce through. So in case you're wondering, what do I normally juice? This is very typical for, you know, my daily juice. I usually will just juice once a day, and it's generally before my last meal of the day. So when I get home from work, one of the first things I do is I make my green juice. So it's very common, you know, that I use cucumber, celery, some leafy greens, maybe parsley, cilantro, kale. Today I was using the Swiss chard. I don't generally tend to juice carrots, beets, that sort of thing. It's just a preference. From time to time I probably will, but I generally tend to eat those whole as opposed to juice them. That's just me. You totally can juice your beets, your carrots, all of that. But yeah, for myself, I'm generally juicing the leafy greens and the green vegetables. I don't generally juice my fruits. I'm more likely to blend them, just so I'm keeping the fiber in the juice, and it slows the digestion and the sugar uptake a bit, so your sugars aren't spiking. I'm going to finish juicing the rest of my Swiss chard. And as you see, I'm not cutting these leaves, I'm just kind of cramming them in the juicer. Probably if I did chop them into small pieces, I wouldn't have to use the plunger so much, but nah. I don't have the patience to be doing a whole lot of chopping. The one fruit that I do tend to juice will be orange juice, or fruits like prickly pears, where all of the seeds are inside of the fruit and it's impossible to eat the fruit without the seeds. So I will tend to juice prickly pears or cactus pears, as well as oranges. And actually those two together juiced is phenomenal. You've got to try it. My juice container is actually getting quite full, and I'm not through my Swiss chard yet, so I'm going to run that through the strainer and measure out how much I have, and then I'm going to continue juicing. Okay, so once I'm done running through all of my produce, I'm going to let the juicer run for a few more minutes because as you can see, there is still some juice Well, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there is actually some juice still coming out of it, so I'm gonna let it run for another minute or two. Where's your duck? Where's your duck? Ah! The other thing, well, I'm back. Okay, the other thing I really like about this juicer is it produces minimal foam. Look at that. Minimal. Now I'm going to strain the rest into a measuring cup. And let's see what the final amount is. So the final amount is, I want to say just over 4 cups, maybe 4 1/4 cups, or I'd say 32 ounces of green juice from that produce. So I'm pretty happy with that. Actually, it's really good. The wheatgrass is giving it a really nice sweet taste, and it just tastes like it's super, super good for me. So I'm gonna have some more. Cheers.